Welcome back. I hope everybody is hunky dory as per usual. Yeah, different type of video. Just wanted to reflect on the sad closure of one of our local game stores. Over the years, I've bought a lot of stuff from this particular branch. But it was interesting being in there on the last day, listening to I think he was the manager. Yeah, some of the aspects that he was blaming. He was blaming the high rent of the shopping centre, which didn't help. But I kind of think there's a lot more to it than that. So I don't know about your kind of areas, but I understand that Game is moving into Sports Direct. Yeah, so they've done that where this one is, and another town near us they've also done the same thing. If you ever go in there, it's pretty much just premium AAA games, full whack price. And I think there's some like collectibles, plushies, that kind of thing, limited edition figures. But that's it. That really and truly is it. So yeah, I mean, this guy was on about the high rent, and I think, yeah, because for a while with our local game stores, they stopped stocking and accepting trade-ins for 360, PS3, all that kind of generation. And I thought that was a mistake because they stopped doing that about a year or two ago. And if you look at this in comparison to CEX, which is just around the corner from this particular branch, in the same shopping centre, and they always seem to be doing a roaring trade. So yeah, I think their decision to stop handling that part of the console generation was a mistake. So I went away, and I got thinking about certain other things. So I suppose there was COVID, that never helped. Also, there was the whole kind of terrible launch around PS5 Series X. Although really and truly there's no real profit margin in there, it just guarantees footfall for that particular store, and even that is not enough really. So I thought I'd go away and I start looking at some actual figures on some of the trends that's happening, and it is absolutely staggering. So I've used what's called the Digital Entertainment and Retail Association. I've found some relatively up-to-date stats, and it does make for interesting reading as the way things are going. So in total, for example, now this is all electronic entertainment, for 2022 the market share was 11% physical, up against 89% digital. Now these are purchases, yeah, this is stuff that we would buy. So interestingly as well, for sales for games for the 2019 period to 2021, there's an overall kind of drop of 0.4%. So a 0.4% decrease, believe it or not, for digital downloads, and a dramatic 21% decrease for physical consumption. So that's between 2019 and 2021. The interesting thing here is that decrease in digital. So to me, this really does bring me to my other points about the way the future is going to be, subscription models, because I think that even the digital side of things, the purchasing, is slowing up, and those figures do kind of suggest that. And it's that kind of stagnation of digital sales that leads me on to my next point, which is I'm quite shocked at the figures here. So 2021, so the access share versus ownership. Yeah, so this is people that are paying for access, so that's subscription services, anything that comes underneath that umbrella, up against ownership purchases. And it's those that are on the access share make up 70% now of the market, up against 30% of direct purchases for ownership. Yeah, so you own something, you buy it, you download it. That is quite shocking, absolutely shocking, I think. I mean, that's going to be, I've said this for a while, but until I saw these figures, that's going to be the way it goes, in my opinion. Especially now you've got such convenience of subscription services. So for example, you may want to binge watch an entire series on Disney Plus, for example. It's as easy as just turn it on for the month. The same with games. You know, you could argue that if there's a massive game that's going to take a lot of time, it is on Game Pass, you really want to play it, you might just say to yourself, I'll get a month. I'll get a month, sign up for the 1 month, pay that, rather than, let's face it, £70 for the game. And are you likely to return to that game? So, I mean, that's been my thinking, the way I've been drifting for a while, and it's all borne out with these figures. It really is. Because the interesting thing for me is, yes, it was obvious physical was going to be in decline, but I was quite surprised when I saw the kind of stagnation of digital itself. Actual purchase to own. Really quite interesting. And the purchase to own only makes up, from 2021 this is, 30%, up against 70% subscription type models. Quite interesting, different little video, very sad moment. I got a lot of games from this particular store. They were always pretty good there. Obviously feel sorry for the staff, but yeah, you can't hold back this tide of change. You can't do it. And regarding game opening up in the back of Sports Direct, I don't know what the connection is there. I have no idea. I've not really looked into it. Most bizarre. Yeah, just really, really weird. And yeah, it's not a company that I particularly care for anyway. It's another matter. But guys, yeah, weird video. Sad moment. But there you go. I just thought I'd go through some actual stats. Take care. Bye-bye.